The so-called black man of America is essentially the so-called black woman in the year of 2019. The black man has no real sense of what it is to be a man. The so-called black man who was raised in a house with a single mother is essentially his mother in a younger male's body. He doesn't understand responsibility, doesn't understand accountability, doesn't understand respect, does not understand love. He instead spews hatred, manipulates, lies, and does not hold up to his end of any deal, does not participate in anything that does not benefit him, and will surely end up failing in life because he does not respect the man, just like his mother. He does not understand what respect is in the sense of someone else working hard for something, he should do the same. No. Let me be an opportunist and get what I can out of people, and when they are no longer valuable to me, let me discard that person like his mother does. The so-called black man who grows up in a single home also lacks a sense of manhood, a sense of what it is to be a man, basically. He can't understand how to be a man via a woman because a woman is not a man, and a woman cannot raise a young boy to be a man. But what she can do is isolate him, make sure he has no positive male role models or positive male influences in his life so she can control this child who grows into a young adult for pretty much the rest of his life. If you look at all of the stars who had single mothers, and as soon as they made it, you watch any random NBA draft footage, and you'll see that the ones that did not have a father in their life, they sit there and be like, I gotta thank my mama, cause if it wasn't for my mama, I wouldn't be here. But then you have to also think, if it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't have grown up in the poverty-stricken environment that you grew up in. You wouldn't be able to say, I'm from the streets, I had to struggle, it was hard. You wouldn't be saying all of that if it wasn't for your mother either. But yet, when you get any inkling of success, the first thing you want to do is praise your mama like it was all her, and just take all of the worth away from yourself. Nope, it was my mom. Beta male. Girly boy. Feminized masculinity. That's what that is. Worshiping the woman as though she is God, while taking away all of your hard work and effort for your success. Let's give it all to mama. Because if it wasn't for mama bringing me in this world. I asked him any question like, how often did your mother hug you? How often did your mother tell you she loved you? How often did your mother beat you? How often did your mother dictate what you did in life? How often did your mother tell you that you were stupid for this, that, and the third? Because you wanted to make a man's decision. But it didn't sit well with the woman's logic, so it was stupid. And I told you should have listened to me, that was dumb. Blah, blah, blah. See, these are the things that black men don't talk about because they are raised in households that say what goes on in this house stays in this house. And you better not go out there and be saying how I'm basically abusing you and neglecting you and making you take care of my responsibility. How many young black men are out there right now who has to watch their younger brothers and sisters and have to do that and been having to do that since they were young? Cooking and cleaning and bathing and washing, all that behind children that you did not take part in conceiving, but you were born in a household where you have siblings and you are the one who have to take care of your siblings because your mother would rather be doing something different, like going out to the club, going out on vacation, traveling here and there, leaving the kids behind with you. And you better not say you don't want to watch them, because you know what that means, right? She'll show you how valuable you really are to her when you become homeless, or when you get beat for it, or you have to fight, or you get talked down to and belittled verbally. Like I said, the black mother, the so-called black mom, doesn't understand how to show love to their children. And when it comes to a young black man, it makes him grow up and not know how to show love to anyone. He can't grow up and respect women when he hates his mom. But he can't admit that he hates his mom because he was brainwashed to always love his mom. So he's just angry, filled with a whole bunch of anger, filled with a whole bunch of pent-up aggression that he doesn't know how to let out. So what does he do? He takes it out on other men. He becomes this hyper masculine, this hypersensitive thug, or someone who wants to perpetuate violence and anger on his other fellow so-called blacks. And so they end up in prison after busting somebody's head because they looked at him wrong, or because you're on the wrong block, or you're wearing the wrong colors. It goes on and on. You said the wrong thing. You don't talk to me like that. I'll kill you. That is a product of a hypersensitive male. Men who were raised by their fathers know how to talk out things, have conversations, negotiate, do honest business with each other. Men who were raised by their mothers do not. They know how to try to manipulate situations and wiggle their way out of stuff and ignore things as if they don't exist. And eventually the problem will go away because let me just ignore the problem, kind of like women do. This is the anti-black channel because black is not beautiful. Black is hatred. Black is negative. Black is something that is not even in the dictionary intended to be a positive statement towards anyone. So to carry the title of being black is to essentially say you're a negative force. I am not black. I have brown skin, brown hair, brown eyes. I am a brown man. But more importantly, I am not defined by a color. I am a man at the end of the day. And I do not condone men of any color being girly men, beta men, feminine masculinity. I don't condone it. I was raised by a single black mom, and she tried to push that same stuff off onto me. That same hatred for men that she had tried to give me the same hatred, except I'm smarter than that. And I decided not to carry on someone else's hatred. She tried to convince me that the father that I knew as my father, her husband, separated, of course, but her husband nonetheless. She, wanted to convince me that this man didn't care about me, didn't love me. He was a piece of garbage, piece of filth. All he cared about was sleeping with other women and blah, blah, blah. And it was revealed to me by her when I was 18 that that man indeed was not even my father. And I still to this day have not met my father. I'm 32 years old, don't know the man. But the moral of what I'm saying is she wanted me to hate a man who she stepped out on and got pregnant by another man while being married to him. And she wanted me to hate that man. Never told me about the man that, she stepped out on with my true father. No. You want me to hate the man who, as a man now, if I was in that same situation, I can't say that I would be there for that child either, knowing that my wife slept with another man and was impregnated by another man, and then you expect me to be a father to this child? You better go find that dude to raise his child. That's how I would feel about it as a man. So I don't harbor any hatred for either one of the dudes. I call them dudes. I don't call them men just because the guy that is my so-called father, he's a beta male who run after women and let them do, this is things that I realized later in life. He'll just let them walk all over him. He doesn't have an opinion of his own. Any other guy, I don't call him a man because, who walks away from that type of responsibility and want to hide in the shadows and not do anything? But there's no hatred there. You understand? I don't hate either one of these men, dudes. I can sit down and have a conversation with any of them right now without raising my voice any higher than what I'm doing right now. Why? Because I do not harbor the hatred of the female. There's a lot of love in my heart. There were men present in my life who I learned from, who I, looked up to, who I took advice from. And my military background taught me how to, be a man, basically. And I don't make excuses. I don't sit and blame people for my problems. I don't, renege on a deal once it's made. I'm responsible. I have integrity. I tell the truth. I don't lie just to get what I want. I don't hide from people. If I owe them anything, I don't play those games, because 9 out of 10 times I'm not owing anybody anything, because I get what I get off of my own effort. And if I needed help from someone, I would accept that help. But then if I said I was going to do something like pay you back on this date at this time, then you can rest assured that you're going to get what is owed to you. Because I'm a man. I'm not a girly man who says, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then you don't hear from them, or they want to duck and dodge you. I don't play those games. But the so-called black man hates men because they were raised by hate-filled so-called black women, and they have no respect for the man. In essence, they're just betas, easily controllable by a woman and out of control to everyone else. And I can continue to go on and on, but hey, this is the reason why I opened up a whole channel, the Anti-Black channel, because there's going to be a lot of topics that I will speak on. There's going to be a lot of things that will be said over the years, and I will not stop this because I am sick and tired of watching my people kill each other and blame the white man. Take control or take advantage of each other. Blame the white man. Not build with each other. Blame the white man. The so-called white man. I'm sick and tired of seeing so-called black people make excuses for everything, point fingers when things don't go right, and take credit for things that they did not do. It's sickening. And so I created the Anti-Black Channel to talk that talk. I will be back every single day to talk that talk. So until next time, stay you.